opposition. Why does all opposition so swiftly go nowhere? So swiftly go nowhere. What does that mean? I mean, like it doesn't go anywhere. It's not successful. At least after the collapse of Soviet Union and all that. And one reason might be, if it is true, and to a certain extent, at least in the first world, it is true, especially after the collapse of the Soviet Union, when there's no alternative became a mantra of the intellectual and political elites. So as a system is overwhelming, it has defeated all opposition. So in that sense, the alternatives sort of wither away, even from the horizon of possibility. And one reason within capitalism is that because capitalism is basically about fulfilling desires. And creating an individuality in a society which is committed to and see it legitimate to commit itself to this pursuit of maximizing desires, maximizing the fulfillment of these desires. And the individuality which pursues desires increasingly become incapable of sacrificing itself and its possession for something higher, I think. And if this is the case, if the whole opposition is based on fulfillment of desires, and the whole conflict is about who is able to fulfill desires more, the system as well as the opposition to it is both hung in the same orbit, in the sense that the individuality of the same type, that's the type which is committed to fulfilling desire, and the individuality which commits itself to fulfilling desire increasingly become incapable of making sacrifices. And if you can't make sacrifice, then you can't really commit yourself to any revolution, because revolution requires huge sacrifices at the individual as well as social level. So in a sense, capitalism, as it permeates a society, makes it impossible or less likely for people to be able to sacrifice. And the greatest sacrifice is sacrificing your life, and revolution often requires the sacrifice of your life, or at least your life as a free and comfortable life. You might be threatened by imprisonment, torture. So and to the extent that sacrifices are sacrifices are made within capitalist oppositions, so they are nationalist of nature. Because in nationalism, you have something that you sacrifice for your higher self. So you might not be able to fulfill your desire, but you will fulfill your desire in your larger self, which is the nation. So in a sense, you collapse yourself into a higher self. I mean, larger self, not necessarily higher in quality. So in a sense, the success of capitalism also means that resistance to it become less likely. So that's why those who aim to resist capitalism or struggle against capitalism, it's important for them to abandon the reshape or recreate a personality whose fundamental goal is not the fulfillment of desire, but something else. Okay, let's go back. So to the extent that why does all of this necessarily go nowhere, that might be the reason. Okay, why is revolution no longer possible despite the ever greater gap between the rich and the poor? So the whole question here hangs around the gap and whose desires are being fulfilled and to what extent.